I'm here speaking to Steve Eastaugh, Norwich United manager. Obviously, we've had some disappointing news over the weekend, Steve, with the announcement from government of the suspension of all non-elite football until December. Can we just get your sort of reaction to that?
Yeah, I think it was not a surprise, really. I think everyone could sort of see that obviously the virus was taking a real hold in different parts of the country. Maybe not so much Norfolk, but I think it was inevitable. What's been laid out so far seems fairly reasonable in that it'll be a 4-week gap, and it's obviously a shame that we've had our momentum stopped and the boys can't meet together to continue to train and play. But it is what it is. Everyone's in the same boat, and you have to deal with it and look at solutions to overcome it. Yeah,
absolutely. And I guess, unlike in parts of the summer, as you say, there's no scope really for anyone to get together. It's all one person meeting one. So I imagine there's very little players can do other than keep fit in this period.
Yeah, we've got an online resource that we use that the player gets sent a practical task, if you like, every day, which is sometimes it's quite CV based. Other stuff is strength and conditioning, and then there's even some technical elements to that we encourage them to get out the ball. The goalkeepers will be able to do some one-on-one exercise stuff under the guidelines, so that's possible. And we've also made a provision available that if the players want to meet a member of the coaching staff and do a little bit one-on-one, we've also said that we'll have to facilitate that. So there is a little bit of kind of trust that we put in the players to follow the programme, but we are also able to track that, and we've got a good group, Joe. There's not so far there's not anyone who's not wanting to do any of the things that were set, and actually in the main they're doing more. So they're well focused, and obviously with the start that we had to the season, they've got a massive carrot, if you like, to take that forward and to know that they need to be reporting back in as good a shape as possible.
So just to go over, since we last spoke, there was the 2-1 win at home to Mildenhall, and then a brilliant 3-0 away win at Hadley. If you just want to take us through those games.
Yeah, I think the home win against Mildenhall was a very tight game, and we knew what we were going to be expecting for that one, and they're a strong physical side. And I said to their manager after the game that you're going to win a hell of a lot more games than you lose, and I think since we played them, I think they have won every game. So apart from a draw against Stowmarket, so they're a good side, and I think on the day we did play well. Obviously, the turning point in that one was their goalkeeper getting a red card, which I don't think anyone really could dispute. Dispute that. So we were pleased to get the win in that one, because that was fine margins. We just made sure that they went for us. The Hadley game, I thought we were excellent. The first half was a little bit cagey. Obviously, there was a potential sort of game-changing situation that didn't go for us in that first half, which probably would have made life a lot easier for us. Yeah. But I thought our attitude in response to that, particularly with half-time coming just after it, I thought was excellent. And we were very composed and quite ruthless, I thought, second half with the way that we took our chances and saw out the game.
Yeah, excellent. And as you say, that decision was a big event in the first half, and to not let that distract the players and take their focus away in the second half, and then obviously got the 3 goals and just kind of blew them away, really.
Yeah, we did. I know they had a few injuries, but I thought in the end our quality sort of told in the end on that one. And it's difficult for the officials, and I actually put my programme notes for last week for the game that didn't go ahead, that I felt a little bit sorry for the officials, because there were 3 very young boys that had all been put together, and I don't think the referee got a lot of help from his assistants on the day, and I think if one of those had been involved in a more experienced group together, there probably would have been a different outcome. So that might be something that Suffolk FA need to look at and think about in the future.
Obviously, in that Hadley game, Charlie Clark got his debut from the bench, and we've also seen Matt Doyle getting some appearances from the bench. Obviously, now everything's stalled, but you must be hoping they can get more minutes and get ready to start games in the future. Yeah,
absolutely, and I think we've got some really good options in that department now, and I think that certainly, Jack and Natty Stewart have done brilliantly for us, but it's a long season, and you do need a variety of options, and certainly having players that come off the bench and impact the game is really important. And Matty's got a proven track record of scoring goals, as is Charlie, and we're really pleased that we could get Charlie in. He was suffering a little bit with some bruising he's got on his shin, so actually this little enforced layoff will do him good, just to allow that to settle down and clear up, and he'll be looking to come back and put pressure on the boys that were currently in the team and try and get a starting spot pretty quickly. But no, they've got both players that have got plenty to offer, and that's what we're going to need over the course of the season. Yeah,
I imagine that's a position where, if you're playing at sort of Jack Hurrell role where you're kind of a target man, you're getting bashed around all game, Natty Stewart's running a lot of distances in the game, that's an area where you probably do want to be bringing people in and off the bench and rotating.
Yeah. Jack's done brilliantly for us. He's been a real find. Last year he was playing in the England combination, and he's come in and really surpassed everything that we had expected from him, and has over-delivered. So we know that there's going to come a point where he's going to need a bit of a rest. Like you highlighted there, he's a physical boy, and he puts himself about, and that does take the toll. And certainly as we move into the winter programme, 2 games a week, he's going to need to be carefully managed, so that we get the best out of him. So it's good to have those options available to us.
Excellent. And we've had a couple of players out on loan at Yarmouth, with Alex Earle and Lee Probert. Presumably that loan is now going to come to an end, and but has that been a good experience for them, getting out and getting some full games under their belts?
Yeah, they were both boys that needed some football, and Yarmouth were good enough to make that happen. That will have expired now with the lockdown, but that's something that we'll have to revisit, not necessarily just with them, but other boys in the squad who may or may not get football as we move into the sort of first month in December. I would imagine that there'll be one or two that will certainly be looking to go out on loan again this year, just to get some football and make sure that they are as close as they can be to the squad when they're called upon. And
I guess finally, I hope you get a rest over lockdown and all invigorated for the fresh start. I guess I'd just ask finally, it's been obviously very good form this season. How has it been sort of working with your brother, the new coaching staff, the new players coming in? Obviously everything results-wise is going well, but have you enjoyed that process?
Yeah, it's been really good, and working with Andy makes my life easy, because we both can challenge each other, but in a sort of a comfortable way. We normally know what each other's thinking, and we know what each other's sort of core values and beliefs are, and we can have healthy discussions and debate, and it's never a problem if one disagrees with the other. It's healthy, and he can probably challenge me in a way that others can't. And he's also, he's very good at, while still playing in the game, reading the game, and offering a valued opinion both at the end and at half time. And I think that's important. And then that coupled with the other guys that we've got, Mark and Martin, is a good combination. And I think it's worked really well. I think the players are comfortable with that, and you can see by control results, but I think in the main, our level of performance, certainly in terms of how we've had to show a lot of resilience and come back at games, has been to a very, very high level. And obviously our biggest challenge now, as will everybody's in the league, will be maintaining that with the break. So, no, we're certainly not resting. You know, there's plenty of work and thoughts and discussions that are going on behind the scenes, and because we know that when we do get the opportunity to come back, that schedule now is going to be padded out and going to be, you know, quite relentless. So we've got to make sure that we're ready for that, and that we're not resting on our laurels.